Well, hello and welcome back to the report. I'm the Gavin Measure, and this is WoWs Weekly. WoWs Weekly is a weekly news video covering news of World of Warships Legends, covering basically what's current, week past, week present, maybe some speculations along with channel admin. The headlines this week: we have more news from the Clandafu front. We also have Ark Royal, redeem codes as always, and some new ships which have been spotted. These headlines and more after this short break. So, our first headline: news from the Clandafu front. I guess it wouldn't be World of Warships Legends without bugs, and we have plenty of bugs. So on Thursday the 13th there was a small stability patch which updated the EULA. Since it was a small patch, there wasn't any need for any downtime. However, as of October the 19th, basically earlier today, there was some downtime / maintenance of the server which did happen. This forced servers some forced servers switches from between 6:20 AM UTC and 7:20 AM UTC. Possible delays with purchases as well, both platform and game stores, and logins from 7:45 AM UTC. Now, and basically that's going to be lasting until 8:15 AM UTC, and they've basically advised people to refrain from purchasing at this time to minimize possible issues. Otherwise, make sure your account create a support ticket should something not go through. So if anything didn't go through during those times, obviously basically request a support ticket to get that sorted. Now, there's also been an error in the patch notes which has been corrected regarding the the Commonwealth, the Commonwealth commander, Harold Farkham. Basically, he comes with the perf, but he does not. Basically, he is not arriving with the crews for some people, and then basically the patch notes have been updated accordingly. So it means if people have acquired the perf before 8:40 AM UTC of the 18th of October, they will be receiving the Commonwealth commander Farkham as compensation as of Thursday, which is the 19th. Yeah, so no, today's the 19th. Have they got their dates wrong? Has my calendar changed? Okay, Thursday the 20th, I guess we could say. Now, that's basically all the Clandafu patches, I guess you could say, that we can kind of expect, which have happened in the past week or so. So there's been a lot of stability issues, I guess you could say. Now, of course, it has been the United States Navy birthday, celebrating 247 years since the formation, and there has been a redeem code which grants 5 red, white, and blue camouflages. This redeem code is down the description with all the others. Ark Royal has obviously come out as of Monday, October the 17th, and Ark Royal is available in the store for 10,000 doubloons on her own. She's also available for 19,200 doubloons, if alongside a single Royal Navy Commander crate, 2 insignias, 5 promotional orders, and 15 epic boosters of each type. Honestly, I'd say steer clear of the 19,200 doubloon bundle, because it's really not worth it. It's not. You'd need... I'd say if they want to make that worthwhile, I'd like to see at least 2 or 3 Royal Navy Commander crates, 5 insignias, 15 promotional orders, and about 20 of each epic booster. And I'd also like to see a cosmetic flag for Ark Royal as well. That's something that we haven't seen, so I think that's a little bit of a disappointment in regards to these bundles. They're just never enough to justify the additional expenditure. Now, continuing on. Redeem codes. Obviously, last week we saw the start of this Catch the Cat kind of community event, in which basically there will be some patches and symbols, most of the symbols really, regarding Unsinkable Sam, that can be collected, and these codes will be revealed or teased, or you have to solve the problem through community posts, social media posts, and obviously the blog. We've seen 2 come out this week. Those 2 are down in the description. If you missed out on last week's one, then it'd be on last week's WoWs Weekly if you want to catch up on that. So that is a free number reading codes down in the description of this video. Now, obviously, there's 2 ships which have entered public testing. This is the Tier 8 destroyer, the Hayate, which is Japanese, and we'll cover that in more detail, and also the Tier Daring. Now, although Daring is she's going to be legendary tier. The reason why I say this is because when Minotaur, or if you're American, Minotauro, was being live tested on the servers in early December 2021, she also appeared without a tier. So therefore, when they're testing or live testing legendary tier ships, they don't actually assign them to a tier. So obviously that does mean Daring is coming as a legendary tier ship. How these 2 ships will be coming to the game, I guess, is kind of up to debate, but I'd say Daring's probably come to the Bureau, and Hayate, I'd say campaign ship. But don't hold me to that one, because she might end up being Steel or Global XP, or yeah, she could be Global, she could be Steel, but I suspect campaign ship in all honesty. So, regarding these ships, we'll start off with the Daring. So I'll quickly flip over to my exploration notes. The Daring's quite a strong destroyer over on PC, and in fact, it kind of makes me look forward to this ship. In fact, I've been looking forward to this ship for about 2.5 years, and so it's finally arrived. So we'll cover the pros and cons of the Daring over on PC, and I hope that most of these traits do follow her over onto World of Warships Legends. So the pros are she has an unmatched ability among destroyers to start fires with her high explosive shells. Furthermore, her torpedoes are stealthy and can be obviously British style single fired. She has enhanced AP autobounce angles, which increase the shell's effectiveness versus angled targets. So obviously her AP is also quite useful too. She also gets a heal over on PC, and I hope that also transfers over into World of Warships Legends, which allows her to stay in the fight for longer. She also retains the typical British short burst smokescreen, which obviously is quite helpful. So basically you get lots of these little smokescreens, and that is a trait I really like. Furthermore, she also gets short range hydroacoustics, basically the same hydroacoustics as the British destroyers, 3.5 kilometers range at detecting ships, 2.5 kilometers at detecting torpedoes, and that again with smoke, with heal, is gonna be a really nice trait. Downsides are obviously she has the typical long torpedo reload. Also, her concealment is not the greatest. Potentially, as and when we get Jutland, the Daring's concealment is actually going to be worse than Jutland. But then that kind of fits the trend where the detectability of destroyers gets worse and worse as you go up in the tiers. Obviously, she does lack an engine boost, so obviously she is a bit slow because she doesn't get any kind of buff to her speed. So, but then that's kind of a trait that you kind of expect with British destroyers, especially Jervis up. And obviously with the short duration smokescreen, it does kind of mean that you can't sit around in smoke for ages, but I think that's fair enough. Also we have Hayate, and there's a little Easter egg there for all the people who like that kind of thing. Anyway, Hayate has the best rate of fire among 127mm armed Japanese destroyers. So for those of you interested, obviously she comes with 127mm guns, similar to, I believe, is it Akazuki, I believe? I think this is another Japanese gunboat, or in comparison to all the torpedo boats, she's going to be probably the only other Japanese all-gun destroyer. Obviously, she does have torpedoes. She has good main battery traverse speed with firing angles ideal for kiting. She has high HE damage and fire chance. She also has a powerful torpedo armament, high damage and flooding chance, good speed and range. Also, she has access to torpedo reload booster. Whether that's something that is related to World of Warships Legends is yet to be seen. Torpedo reload time is significantly reduced, and yeah. She also has a large HP pool, which obviously might be quite helpful if she does turn out to be quite a gunny boat. Downsides are that she has a main battery range can be a little low. She's very long torpedo reload time, so obviously she only gets that improved torpedo reload with the booster. Otherwise, it's going to be quite a lengthy reload. You have to give up smoke in order to equip the torpedo reload booster, so that is potentially something that we could expect in Legends as well if she does go down that trait. Also, weak AA suite. large turning radius and sluggish rudder, and subpar concealment. So obviously there are some downsides to the upsides, but I think these two destroyers, I think they're going to be interesting additions to the game. Obviously there are two other ships that have been kind of teased in the German live stream, which happened on Monday last week. I can't remember. Those were the tier 3 Von der Tann and the tier 4 Mogtav. I want to say two basic battle cruisers, but not exactly too exciting. And we haven't really, to be honest, it's just more the same old, I guess you could say. Whereas like Daring and High Tech are definitely something new, and they're definitely offering something. Yeah, definitely offering something new at the higher tiers, which has been lacking, I think we will have to confess. Anyway, obviously, because this has only been 1 week and a midweek of the patch, kind of WoWs Weekly is a bit short, because there isn't really too much going on. But obviously, next week we're entering week 4, so again, things are going to get quieter still. And then the week after that, we enter into week 5. We can expect the patch notes on the 3rd of November. And it'd be interesting to see if anything else comes out the woodwork. But I suspect if Higher Take is going to be the campaign reward, I suspect that'll be properly teased on Monday the 1st? No, Monday the 31st. So shortly after Halloween. So I think keep your eyes on the Wargaming social media in regards to that. Anyway, a very short WoWs Weekly, but I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to quickly jump into the chat after this short break. And if you want your comment in the news bar down below, will be a pinned post after this live stream, or you can just shout out during the live streams. So, just jump into the chat, and I'd like to say hello and welcome to Amel Criv, to Action Pumper, to Tzulkulu Adventures, to Pixel Mug, to Sean Whitling, to Asif Ahmed, to Vaz Vegas. I believe that's everyone in the shout out in the chat. Let's have a quick catch up and see what people say. I like the way Tzulkulu says, "Oh Lord, it's the Brits." yes, we're back, old boy. Pixel Mug, good afternoon, good evening. See, I'm actually on time for once. Well, we're trying to keep WoWs Weekly at 8:30 if we can. Let's see. So, Clue, you remember when the British had the best ships in the game? Yeah, me neither. Careful, Saul, or else you're going to get banned. I'm a quiv. Funcom not available in crates either. They forgot to mention that as well. Either 900 Commander XP or get the perf. Okay, that's interesting. That'll probably get up to... It might be because if they put him in the containers, people would have been able to get him before he actually became available. So I suspect that'll get updated in the next patch, and therefore Funcom will be added to the crates, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what they might do. So wait and see. I'm a crib. Major, at least your Arc Raw details page are spelled correctly. On Facebook, it was Arc as an ARC Raw. Yeah, I did see that get teased. Well, not teased, get shown. I think it's got replaced because it disappeared very quickly. It's all Clue Adventures. So who wants to buy me Arc Royal? I'm sure you could get like a GoFundMe on the go. Sure, you can get perf technically for free if you get the 700 doubloons this week and 250 in the OPP. Buy the cheapest Halloween crate with shards, 100,000 gold. Plus get all the shards in the Halloween mode. That's a very... I guess you're right. I give you that. I guess you're right. But yeah, it's going to take a bit of effort. Don't spread the secret, says Grim. Hi, modified Shimikaze focusing on guns. There you go. That's a bit more. I guess so. It's a bit more gunny. I'm kind of surprised she isn't legendary tier. Being dropped from what she should be legendary tier to tier 8 does make it kind of interesting. It makes you go like, why are they doing that? Why would you do that? So I think that basically what they're going to do is any tier 10 premium ships, they're going to drop them to tier 8 so they can make them into campaign rewards. So that means when it comes to ships that we can expect as tier 8 premium ships for campaign rewards, they're going to basically be all the tier 9 and tier 10 premium ships. Well, not all of them, but obviously there'd be some that they'll skip. I assume they'll probably skip Thundra. I think they'll probably skip Kitakaze as well. What are we sipping? Just water tonight. I do have a bottle of red wine, not an amazing bottle of red wine, but I have got a bottle of red wine saved up. Fingers crossed for Friday's live stream. But we'll have to see which way the wind blows on Friday, because obviously I'm not quite sure what the wife's doing. She's ill at the moment, but also there's a family funeral that she was planning going on Friday, so I don't know if she's going to go or not. And if she does go, she's probably going to be arriving home sometime when I'm streaming, so I'll have to try and I might have to rejig the stream. Or she might not go if she's feeling pretty rough, and therefore she'll probably end up going to bed early or something like that, and I'll just have a slightly later in the evening stream. So anyway, that gives you I guess it gives you a bit of channel news as well, I guess you could say. I guess one thing I should probably add is obviously this Monday I did something that I haven't done in a long time, which is a Monday live stream where I basically just focused on the ships that had been released. Obviously, I do like a first look post patch live stream on the Monday, which means that I do play what gets released then. But this was like the first time in a long time where I did like an extra Monday stream looking at the ships released, and it was kind of fun. And although it wasn't super busy, it's I think people have popped by, I guess you could say. So it's quite nice in that regards. Still Clue Adventures, poor Miss Major, well, Mrs. Major. Yeah, no, I'll pass your condolences to her, I guess you could say. She's actually away tonight, but I'm not streaming. I've got to cook up a stir fry after this. I'm a Criv. High attains 2 million global XP on PC, so if we get her here cheaper, then that's already a win. Well, yeah, I guess if we do get her cheaper, because she is going to be a tier lower, I guess you could say, so she's worth less. Legendary tier doesn't deserve any premium ships. Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you, because the way they've done this thing, Legendary tier is just annoying to me. I kind of wonder, this is the thing, like a little while back, what was it? We had a dev blog, didn't we? I'm sure some of you remember that dev blog. Let me bring it up and see what because there was something they said in it, which I think we want to scrutinize a bit more. I've just got to actually bring up the blog. There was was it a roadmap? I think it was it a roadmap? Roadmap or dev blog? I think it was the roadmap. Yeah, because the roadmap covered off what we can expect for the rest of this year. So yeah, obviously they mentioned the port switching ability, the extended service records ability, which I do think would be quite nice. Training rooms, that I'm looking forward to. Now, oh, here we go. This is the wording. Special modernizations. We can't reveal too much, but let's just say it's going to be something to improve the ships you're particularly fond of, and will allow you to improve your performance in the heat of the battle dramatically. No idea what that is. Is it going to be? It improve the ships you're particularly fond of, and improve your performance in the heat of the battle dramatically. So it kind of feels like, so they talk about the ships and they talk about your performance, which makes it sound like they're going to do something to the ships. But at the same time, part of me keeps thinking, I wonder if they're just going to do a commander rework. Because if they do a commander rework, then that potentially in turn would improve your performance on your favourite ships, because the commanders have changed, if they have changed for the better or something, and also would improve your experience with your favourite ships. I don't know. It's hard to say what that one is because it's so open-ended, but it talks about improving the ships you're particularly fond of and improving their performance in the heat of battle. Unless, isn't there a thing on World of Warships PC where once you achieve a certain thing, your ship gets a buff? Isn't there like once you shoot down so many aircraft, you get a buff to your anti-aircraft capability, or once you get so many secondary hits, you get a buff to your secondary accuracy, or once you sink so many ships, you get improved main battery fire rate or something like that. I wonder if it might be something like that. Anyway, I'm kind of just flying on the seat of my pants on that one, I guess you could say. Hello, Mr. Smith. Hello, hello, hello. And Jeff Dave. Hello, hello, hello. I'm afraid on Mondays, even the player base is better than on Fridays. Don't tell him that. I'm afraid we're missing everything from the dev. We're still missing missing everything from the dev blog, apart from Halloween mode, which was like the most obvious thing they could have mentioned. Let's see, there's also one thing. Finally, when it comes to ships, there are a few interesting, cool, and outright weird entries until the year ends. While it may be anticlimactic for us to name, you may still see them being tested by us and the super testers in regular legendary waters. I guess it kind of means that Higher Tier and Daring will be coming towards before the end of the year, which I guess is a positive, I guess you could say. Dynamic commander skills, that's it. I wonder if that might be it. Sean, Halloween mode is quite fun. I quite like it. I haven't played it yet. I've been a little sidetrack. I've been playing Steins Gate Zero, but we won't talk about that. For example, dynamic commander skills. For example, when you get enough damage, you get Adrenaline Rush activated. When it's -10, -20, or -50, reload depends on the ship. There you go. I think that might be it. Melissa, apparently Arc is doing more damage than Saipan, which is so broken. Wow. I guess Saipan does set a level of broken. I think with Arc Raw, it's probably the high explosive bombs, because there's a lot of bombs. It's a guaranteed fire every time, and British carriers have always potentially maybe over PC. I guess they said that they've been like a nice entry level because they're quite straightforward. So yeah, I think if they do anything to Arc Rod, it's going to be regarded to high explosive bombers, whether it's going to be a reduction in fire chance, reduction in bomb damage, increase the dispersion circle, or reduction in HP. It's yet to be seen, and I think that's one thing where people always need to be a little cautious. But I wouldn't say she's super strong. I just say she's a bit easier to do well in. Jeff, it happened in the Halloween mode consumable upgrade. Oh, there you go. Sean, it's turned into Call of Duty. If you get 5 kills in the game, you get a nuke. I wish. Mr. Smith, the USM fanboys are already screaming for Alpha to be nerfed. Stuart, hello. We're kind of just doing a bit of an armchair chat as we wrap up we've done the news. We're kind of just doing an armchair chat now, I guess you say. US Avocris says USM fanboys always screaming for everything. Although as a Royal Navy fanboy, I can't help but keep screaming for more Royal Navy ships, and maybe I'll be quiet there. Yeah, I mean, Ark Royal is strong. I'll give you that. And I think it might get tweaks just from playing carriers, because like the first 2 games I had, I did like 135,000 damage quite easily. Furious is still strong. I still like Furious, but I feel like with Furious I have to play harder to get those kind of results. So, but then again, Ark Royal is a premium, so I mean, she should make things a little easier. I think it's just, I just wonder how they're going to go about it. Sean, Stuart Weir got the perf today. Congratulations, very nice. Hope you enjoy. She's slightly heavier armored Leander with AP and high explosive shells and crawling smokescreen. I have to repeat that: crawling smokescreen. You can stay in your smoke by traveling at quarter speed forwards. For some reason, there are still people out there whinging that they can't stay in their smokescreen without realizing that it's a crawling smokescreen, not an exhaust smokescreen. Crawling, okay? I'll say it again, crawling. Oh, God's sake, some people. I'm Griff. We just want some more tier 8 ships, but we have to wait. Yeah, I kind of hope that they bring some tier 8 ships for... They said there's going to be at least one other nation this year. I kind of have a hunch it might be two. I'd like to see the French and the British get released at the same time. I think that would be quite... That'd be nice. I'd like that. Because those would be two nations I'd actually be interested in. In regards to, unfortunately, I'm going to be totally honest, in regards to the Germans, the Russians, the Americans, and the Japanese tier 8s, I have no interest, and I have not got any of them. Listen, we Brits can't get anything because they kick off. I guess in some regards there are certain content creators who are very biased to a certain nation, but then I haven't really got a leg to stand on, let's be honest. Just looking for a build for it. I focus. Because of her smoke screen, you're gonna end up outside your smoke for about 2 and a bit minutes. So I'd kind of build your commander for considering what you're going to do when you're not in smoke. And in that regards, considering that her armor scheme is very weak, and you have to survive 2.5 minutes outside your smoke screen, I'd probably focus on things like speed and rudder if you can, because you want to keep your distance from the enemy as much as possible. Keep her at range. You want to be 10 kilometers or more from anything with a bigger than 8-inch gun, I guess you could say. Next era, good to see you. Long time no see. Jeff Dave, good to hear Daring is on its way. Yes, I'm very, very pleased to hear that Daring is on the way. For those of you who've missed it, so hi to Daring, hi to tier 8 Daring, and obviously that's Daring, which pretty glorious. Probably going to be the only legendary tier. Oh no, Gearing was a real ship. So yeah, we have another real ship coming to the game, and then we have Hayate, the combat butler. I'm sure some people would be looking forward to that. I agree. If Hayate will be camping ship, then that would be cruel. Mishashi, then Hayate, 2 IGN campaigns in very short time. The thing is, they've done it before. We've had back-to-back Russian campaigns, I think. So I wouldn't be too surprised. I kind of just have my fingers crossed that we might get a Royal Navy campaign to end the year on. Sean, the other nations are going to be Greenpeace and water canoes. I'm kind of surprised that Tsukalu hasn't chipped in and said Mongolian Navy. Like, man, hello. Tier 8 for French, it would be Mogador, St. Louis, and I'm going to say Alaska. I know I said it wrong, and Nariko would probably kill me if I said it. But yeah. It probably won't be Royal Navy Tier 8, to be honest, Melissa. I kind of have the same fears. I do have the same fears that it won't be British. It will be... I think it'd be French. I think, for me, if I was a betting man, I'd probably bet more on the French than the British, going off of the teaser. I'd say teaser, but we had... I can't remember now. I just think that it might be French, yeah. Right, I'm definitely caught up with the chat. I've definitely covered all the news, and I think I'm definitely keeping you longer than I should. So I'm going to say pip and cheerio. Look after yourself. Stay safe, stay well. Have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are in the world. I will try to stream Friday. If so, I'll see you then. If not, I'll try and get a stream scheduled whenever the wife allows me. So until next time, I'm the Gareth Major. I'm back to the pool.